Oh, jeez. Hey everyone, it's your girl Nkolika, and today I have a really exciting video for you guys that I've had in the works for quite some time. I've been meaning to post this for a long time, but I've just been pushing it off. I wanted it to look fabulous, and I think it turned out great. Today I am finally back with another exercise video. I've gotten so many DMs and text messages. When am I ever going to film now that I'm not running track anymore? Honestly, I just wanted my first video back to be quality, and I think this one absolutely is. If you haven't seen my other video, feel free to click out and go check that one out, but I think this one is much better. Today, I'm filming a video showing you different movements and exercises you can use using an exercise ball. Now, I'm going to have links down below to different exercise ball options if you want to purchase your own. I know a lot of gyms already have them, so don't go out and get one if you really don't need it. But if you want to do this at home, which at-home exercises are really slept on, absolutely go check out down below in this description box. I have made about 8 or 9, give or take, different exercises for you guys to try out. So please go ahead and try them out and let me know how it goes. I'm really excited for you guys to finally see this. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment down below, text me, DM me. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I will have updates about any videos and just stuff like that regarding my channel on Instagram. Oh, and by the way, I did not make up all of these like different movements. I just looked at them on Instagram, on the interwebs, all that good stuff. So I do not take full credit for thinking of all of these. But without further ado, we are going to get started. All right, guys, let's get started. Sorry for the abrupt intro, but anyways, the first exercise I'm going to be showing you guys is the hamstring roll. I wanted this one to be first because this is one that I did all throughout college because I ran track and I would pull my hamstring a lot. And I loved this exercise because I felt like I engaged multiple muscle groups. And my sports doctors that I would always see after I'd get hurt, they would tell me that as women, sometimes we are so busy about trying to get abs, glutes, and our quads right, but we neglect our hamstring. And this exercise is low impact, no weights required, just the exercise ball. And just a second, there we go. Get to isolate one leg and then the other. I think strengthening your hamstrings definitely avoids a lot of injuries, and also it keeps you just a well-rounded athlete overall. And I'm using my body to hoist myself up. I'm also activating my core, keeping it tight so that my body stays lifted, and I'm using my heel to really do all of the work and roll the ball toward and away from my body. Next, okay, so the next exercise that we will do is a forward sloping Swiss ball plank, and it's going to be a vertical motion then a circular motion. I'm going to start with the vertical motion, which is basically moving the ball using my elbows. That should be the only thing moving. I definitely struggled with this one. So this is taking the regular old plank that you're doing on the ground to the next level. Okay, so if you have mastered your plank and you want something more challenging, this is absolutely it. And the great thing about this one is you're using your upper body, getting a back workout, delts, triceps, biceps by moving the ball using your elbows forward and back. You shouldn't be moving your upper body or your lower body too much. Honestly, my back should be a little bit lower. It should be like a straight plank. But this one, again, like I said, is very challenging. And here I'm showing you the circular motion. Again, you don't have to do all these movements if you're not ready. You can absolutely keep stationary, but if you want to challenge yourself and do this, I would absolutely recommend. Okay, in this next clip, I will be doing the plank ball rolls. I'm going to be interrupted later, but we'll talk about that later. Focus on how I'm getting on the ball. See how my entire ankle is on the ball, and then I'm balancing, getting the other one up there. Good job, girl. And then I'm going to roll the ball toward and away from my body. Again, you're still using upper body, not nearly as much as the last exercise, but just to hoist yourself up there and then stay up there in the plank, and then a little bit of my lower body. Here he comes, this guy that I literally told I'm gonna be filming, and he was like, okay, and then still walks in front of my video. It's fine. We still out here. So again, a different angle. I'm moving the ball toward and away from my body, making sure to roll it as far in as possible and then move it back. Kind of like getting in a tuck uh, little situation when I get as close to my body as possible, and then not necessarily lifting my butt all the way up. I'm going to be at like a 90-degree angle right there. And I'm trying to make sure that my butt is low enough that it's not poking straight up, but it's also high enough that I can bring my knees all the way in. Moving right along, we are going with V-ups. This was honestly the most challenging for me on this video, and I don't know if it's because this was like one of the last things I did, but as you can see, I'm using both my legs and my arms to sit up and pass the ball from between my legs to my hands, and I'm also sitting up while I'm doing it. Now, oh, there you go. Okay, girl. Anyways, so this one is difficult because it's kind of hard to sit all the way up, and then the ball itself has its weight, so it's like, don't fall, but also sit up and have that good form. And I know it's really hard to keep your legs straight, which I obviously struggled with here, but it's okay. Do your best. I'm going to switch to a different view so you can see it a little better here. But I'm sitting up, making sure that I touch the ground, and then I come all the way back up and give it right back to my legs. Moving right along to everyone's favorite glute bridges. I have the butterfly and 90-degree where you keep your feet. So in this clip, I have my ankles all the way onto the ball. I'm using my upper body to hoist my body all the way up. Squeeze, 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 girl, squeeze those glutes when you get up there, and coming back down. And the next clip I'll show you with like a 90-degree where my foot placement will be on the ball. Either way works as long as you're engaging that butt and sitting all the way up. You're not necessarily using your core as much in this exercise as the other ones, but you still need it to at least to get your body up. So this is an easy exercise to kind of do core, but also still focus on your butt for you gals that are trying to get that booty right and tight. So yeah. Here we have our assisted side leg lifts. Now, I don't know if that's the scientific name or the name that the Lord himself gave this exercise, but that's the name that I'm going to give it because it literally tells you exactly what you're doing. You're bouncing on the ball on the side of your body, and I'm going to also switch to the other side and lifting your leg as high as possible, keeping it straight, and your ankle should not break. I'm trying my best not to break my ankle, and when I say break, I mean it should be completely straight from your hip all the way to your foot, and you're using the ball to balance you, and that's kind of the challenge in it. You can also do this without a ball, but for those of you that don't really have a lot of upper body or don't even want to do it with upper body, it is easier to do it on the ball, but it also is hard to balance, so that's where your core comes in. So I'm giving you guys a little tutorial about how to walk on down, get into place, get that 90-degree sitting position. And honestly, it's about 95, but who's really counting, right? Anyways, I call this over 180-degree sit-ups because usually when you're doing a sit-up, you're on a plane, you're at a flat surface, so you can really only go 180 degrees up. Well, honestly, you're not even going 180 degrees. It's more of like 90, but anyways, I'm making this more complicated. This is a really simple exercise, especially if you have back issues and you don't want to do sit-ups and you still want to sit all the way up. And it's because I'm going to freeze frame it, but your back is arching all the way around the ball. And allowing you to get that full sit-up position. And this is really great. My mom loves to do these because she wants to like have more ab exercises, and I tell her to do this because it's a lot easier than doing sit-ups on the ground. However, for you guys and gals that want to take it to the next level, I have alternating V-ups. Now, these are also pretty self-explanatory, especially if you're seeing it. I'm still in the position that I was previously, allowing my back to curve all the way around the ball. As you can see, I kind of struggled with this one because you're kind of forcing yourself to balance more, and you're meeting your toe and your hand all the way up to touch it and bouncing with one leg on the ball. So it's a lot harder. So if you want to kind of challenge yourself from the sit-up, you can go into these. Be one with the ball. Just kidding. For our last exercise, we are going back to another variation of glute bridges, but this time the ball is between your legs, and this is just another way to do glute bridges if you're just kind of getting bored, but you still kind of want to do glute bridges without the weight, but get that same exercise. And here your legs are kind of spread a little bit farther out. As you can see, my heels are literally digging into the ground. I'm still kind of engaging my core and upper body, but it's mostly lower body focused. Some people like to hold at the top, but for me, I just sit up and get my butt right back down. Okay, so that concludes the rest of this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching all the way through. I really do appreciate it. And I do look at the analytics via like the YouTube studios. So I do know if people watch all the way through, and if you did, thank you so much. Be sure to comment down below if you do want to see more stuff like this. I'm not going to necessarily make this channel like completely and utterly just workout stuff, but I will absolutely be filming more things for you guys. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!